All right. I think we've given all these latecomers enough time to get on. So I think we'll get started, eh? I am recording a session as well. I know some whānau have contacted me earlier because they're unable to make the session tonight, so I will be recording this and I'll post it up on the page for all you guys if you need to recap anything. All right. Anyway, let's get started, whānau. So thank you for taking the time to come and jump in on this workshop this evening. What you're going to see tonight, guys, is the TechBars trading module. Now, it's a basic introduction of an understanding of how to observe a chart and what is needed to get started in cryptocurrency trading. Most of you guys here would know who I am. My name's Rangi Savage Jr. Basically designed the TechBars playbook and whatnot. But obviously, now over the last 2 to 3 weeks after our unfortunate event with our mum passing, we've moved in a direction which I believe is the right direction for us, our team here, and TechBars in general. But other than that, guys, I'm not going to talk about myself. I'm not here to talk about myself. We're here to talk about how to show you guys how to trade. If you haven't already, whānau, can you just make sure you mute yourselves? Okay, if you have a pen and paper, it's a good idea to take notes as you're going along so you can understand it a little bit better. But as I said, this session is recorded. Okay, so anything you may have missed or didn't understand, okay, you can jump on the recording and go over it again. All right, but without further ado, whānau, welcome to the TechBars trading module. Now, this is a basic introduction into cryptocurrency trading. What you will learn is how to understand a simple chart and what indicators we will be applying. Okay, I am in no way a financial advisor. Invest wisely and only what you can afford to lose. Now, that is the #1 rule when it comes to investing into anything, whānau, whether it be a stock, a business, if you wanted to buy into McDonald's or anything like that. Okay, always invest wisely and only what you are prepared or can afford to lose. Okay, that goes with anything that's happening, especially in the cryptocurrency realm at the moment. Now, as I just said, we're going to go through a basic introduction into cryptocurrency trading. But what you're going to learn tonight, guys, is how to look at a chart, what you can identify within that chart, and possibly, if you're confident enough, start to make trades. Couple? Okay, what you need to do first, whānau, before you can ever start trading, is that you need to get registered onto exchanges. Now, the exchanges are like, if you know the news, usually at the end of the news, they have, they talk about shares and whatnot. Okay, exchanges are where these shares sit. Okay, now the 3 exchanges we are going to be using is first Poloniex, second Bittrex, and the third Binance. Okay, now these 3 particular exchanges hold the most volume out of all the exchanges out there at the moment. Now there are 10 plus exchanges in the market, but right now these 3 are holding the most volume. Okay, and they have a lot of options in regards to different tokens and coins in which you can trade them. Now, the very first thing you need to do before you can trade is register for an exchange. And we're going to be using these 3 particular exchanges. So obviously, if you can, register into these 3 particular exchanges. Okay. Now, guys, I understand that Bittrex at the moment is a bit overloaded. They're still trying to up the ante on their server. Okay, if you can't get into registering with them at the moment, okay, I will let you know when they are opened up. All right, but the other 2, Poloniex and Binance, you should be fine to register with. Okay. So first things first, guys. Before you get into trading, you need to register for an exchange. Okay, guys. Also, I want to let you know this is a casual type workshop. Okay, if you feel like you're getting lost a little bit or you want me to slow down, okay, maybe just pop something in the chat room. Okay, but other than that, any questions you may have, just flick them over to me once we've finished the workshop, so we don't hold it up for too long. Trading against Bitcoin. Now, all exchanges trade in Bitcoin, USD, and Euro, and these are the currencies cryptos trade against. However, we'll be trading against Bitcoin. Okay, so in order for you guys to make buys within an exchange, you must have at least $50 USD worth of Bitcoin in your exchange wallet for each exchange platform. Now, I'll just explain that in simpler terms. If you have a Bittrex account, you need to have $50 worth of Bitcoin in that Bittrex account in order for you to start trading. Okay, if you have a Poloniex account, you need to have $50 at least in that exchange for you to start trading. If you have a Binance account, you need to have $50 worth of Bitcoin at least in order for you to start trading. Okay, so you need to have something to start with. Okay, $50 is the minimum for most exchanges. Okay, but it's up to you how much you wish to place in an exchange. Okay, it doesn't have to be $50. I mean, if you've got a bit more than $50 to put in there, okay, by all means, if you wish, do so. All right, but what I would recommend, in order for you to maximize profits, you need to have at least $100 worth of Bitcoin in each platform to start with. Okay, and there's a reason for that. All right, because the more money you can trade with, or the more Bitcoin you can trade with, the more profits you're going to turn over. All right. Have I lost anyone yet? Everyone okay? You still following? Kapai? Choice? Yeah, neat, all right. Guess you guys want to see all the good stuff. Cool. All right, so guys, if you have a pen and paper, start jotting down these keywords and phrases. Okay. We're going to go over them in detail, all right, but I'm just going to read them out. Now, I'm just going to mute our Fino here. Is everyone muted? Go, got them. That's all right. Okay, so guys, you're going to need to learn how to understand a candlestick or candlesticks. Okay, an uptrend, what an uptrend is, what a downtrend is, what volume is, what a bullish movement is, what a bearish movement is, entry points or buy points, exit points or sell points. Okay, an order book, the Bollinger Bands, the bounce method, and the squeeze method. Okay, now we're going to go over these in detail, whānau, so you get you guys a bit familiar with what these keywords are about. Okay, but make sure you've jotted those keywords down. Okay, and we'll go over them right now in order. Okay, cool. So has everyone got those down? Okay, I'll give it another 2 minutes for you finally to get those down. Cool. So I've got candlesticks, uptrend, downtrend, volume, bullish movement, bearish movement, entry points, exit points, order book, Bollinger Bands, bounce method, and squeeze method. So it's fun. Just give us a wave when you reckon you're all done, and we'll move on. Chat. Okay. As I said, this is recorded, so we'll chuck that up on the page as soon as we're finished here. All right, finally, let's go and get into what these keywords mean. It'll give you a basic understanding on how to look at the chart, because as a new person coming into an exchange and viewing the chart for the first time, and you not having any idea what it's supposed to mean, okay, you're going to go in there and it's all going to be over your head, not even going to look at it. Okay, you're probably going to be so confused of what you're looking at, it's just not going to make any sense, and you're just going to throw it in the bin. Yeah, you're just not going to worry about it. All right, so before you guys even start looking at the charts, we're going to give you guys a quick understanding of what you're looking at. All right, now this is a typical looking cryptocurrency chart on an exchange. Bear in mind, whānau, Not all exchanges have the white background with the green and the red. Okay, some exchanges prefer black background. Okay, whatever exchange, they're all similar in a way of how you view it. Okay, just a different color scheme majority of the time. Okay, but this is a typical looking chart. Okay, so when you go into the exchanges and you view the charts, okay, it'll look very similar to what this looks like. Okay, so let's identify what a candlestick is. Now, I'm just gonna put this annotation on so we can highlight it. Cool, so Fano, let's draw your attention to this green looking, not a square, let's call it, this is a candlestick. Okay, it looks like a candlestick. It's got the candle, okay, and the wick. Now the wick obviously comes down, but we're paying attention to what's above the candle, okay? We're always paying attention to what's above the candle. All right, so this is a typical candlestick, okay? That's a candlestick just with a small candle, but a long wick. That's also a candlestick. These, every single increment of these, they're what we call candlesticks. Doesn't matter if they're green or red, orange or blue, okay? They're candlesticks. They're what we call candlesticks, okay? Now, a green candlestick is a bullish movement. A green candlestick is a bullish movement. A red candlestick is a bearish movement. So basically a green is saying it's positive, means it's going up, and a red is saying it's negative, means it's going down. So a bullish candlestick is the positive one, and a bearish candlestick is the negative one. Green means up, red means down. Green candlestick, red candlestick. Kapai? Choice. Knew you guys were there, pretty onto it. Okay, so when we go into a chart, guys, the majority of the time you're going to see candlesticks, okay, and the green ones are bullish movement candlesticks, and the red ones are bearish movement candlesticks. Okay, now let's talk about the uptrend and the downtrend. Okay, it's pretty self-explanatory. So what you're looking for is a trend. So what you can see here is a whole lot of bearish candles, okay, all moving downwards. Now that's a down trend because it's all moving downwards in a trend, okay, all the way down to there. Cool. So is that, okay. Now there are green candles in between this, okay, but the whole trend as a whole is moving downwards. So we call that a downtrend, downtrend, okay, downtrend. All right. Now, if it starts to move upwards in an upwards direction, like these candles here, these green bullish candles, that is called an uptrend. It's moving upwards, okay? If it's moving upwards more than 2 candles, it's an uptrend. Same with this one here, 2 bullish candles moving in an uptrend. All a downtrend and an uptrend are is a trend moving upwards or downwards, okay? Downtrend, 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 uptrend, uptrend. Okay, you've even got a small uptrend here. Cool. So everyone okay with that so far? So we've got our candlesticks, okay, our bullish green candle here and our bearish red candles here. Okay, we've got our downtrends, and we've got our uptrends and our uptrends. Apply. Cool. Now we're going to talk about entry points, Whānau. Okay. Now I just want to draw your attention to, let's go with the big green bullish candle here. All right. Cool. Focus on that one for now. All right. Now, an entry point is when you buy into a coin or you buy into a trade. Okay, you're basically initiating the trade. You're buying a coin to start trading with. That is what pretty much what an entry point is. Okay, an exit point is when you exit that trade, is when you exit that coin you just bought. That is an exit point or a sell point. The basic version, or the most simplistic version of trading, whānau, is when you buy something at a price and you sell it at a higher price. That's the goal, and that's really all trading is: buying at a price, buying a lot of coins at a price and selling it for more, so you can make profit. That's the basis of trading. Okay, anyone can do that. You can do it. I can do it. Okay, anyone who's just starting out can do it. Okay, there's nothing hard about buying into a coin and selling it at a higher price. That's the basics of trading. Okay, what makes it hard is determining or anticipating what the chart's going to do next. Okay, whether it's going to go down or whether it's going to go up. We want to make sure that we're always making profit, so we want it to continuously going up. So how do we determine that? Now we start applying indicators. We'll talk about that shortly. Okay, so all an entry point is, whānau, is where the point in which you buy into the coin or the trade. Okay, the exit point is the place in which you exit. So if we take this green candle, for instance, all right, we apply this, we'll look at this red line here. We'll go to this red line here. So if we come across to this red line, okay, it's just over 8,316 cents. Okay, let's, for example, say you bought in this. Let's say this chart's for Bitcoin. Okay, you bought into Bitcoin at 8,316. All right, that's your entry point. That's what we call your entry point. You've just bought into to BTC at 8,316. Okay. Now, your exit point is where you sell it. So let's say you sold it at 9,898. Okay, we're just using this chart as an example. So your entry point was 8,316, and your exit point was 9,898. Now, I'm not a mathematician or anything like that, guys, but whatever percentage profit you made within this space, okay, would be the profit that you guys would may have made from the buy point to the sell point. Okay, that's all trading is: buying into a coin and selling it. All right. But you guys are here, like everyone who gets into trading, we want to make some money. All right, so you don't want to buy here and have to sell it here because the chart's on a downtrend or on a bearish movement. Okay, our goal is to continuously buy at one point and sell at a higher point. All right. Cool. So everyone okay with entry points, sell points, entry points, exit points? Cool. All right. Now we've got order book and volume. Now we'll show you that later on in the session. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about, whānau, is the Bollinger Band. Okay, these are our indicator methods that we're going to be applying when we start live trading. All right, the Bollinger Band chart strategy. Now what you viewed is just the basic look of a chart. Okay, when you start to trade, okay, using the Bollinger Band methods, all right, what we're applying to the chart is the Bollinger Band. So you've got a top band here, this big blue line, okay, and you've got the bottom band here, this bottom big blue line. That's basically what a Bollinger Band is. You're applying these two bands, okay, to a chart, okay, and it's going to give you an indication, all right, of how the chart is moving and what we can identify in order for us to help us make, positive trades. Okay, so the Bollinger Band, when you apply it to the chart, you've got an upper band and you've got a lower band. And if you see this dotted line in here, guys, you don't need to pay too much attention to that. That is just your medium, okay, and it's just giving you an indication of how the charts are moving. All right. Cool. Now we'll show you guys how to apply this to a chart, okay, when we get into a live chart viewing. Cool. So Bollinger Bands, we're applying an upper band and a lower band to our charts. Right? Now, there are two methods involved in the Bollinger Band strategy. The first method is a Bollinger Bounce. Now, when you apply the Bollinger Band to a chart, okay, as I said, you've got your upper band here, you've got your lower band, and in between you've got your median. Now, the Bollinger Bounce basically shows you within a chart of the Bollinger Band itself as a whole. As you can see the chart bounce off the bands, okay? Bounce, 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 up, bounce down, bounce off. It continuously starts to bounce off the band. Now, once you apply the Bollinger Band to a chart, you will see that the graph or the candlesticks break the band, okay, but they will not break it extremely and obviously push outside the band itself. So let me just... So how do I put a line? Okay. So if we were to do... So if this graph was coming down here and it bounced off the bottom band, okay, you're never going to see the graph move outside the band extremely like this, okay? It may break it for a small period and bounce back in, but it will never break it consistently and push far out, way outside the band itself, all right? Now, what does this tell us? It tells us that the graph will consistently stay within the top and lower bands, okay? It tells us that it's consistently bouncing off the top and bottom, okay? If we were to use this as a trading indicator, we would look to when the chart or the candles hit the bottom of the band, okay? We will make our buy point here, all right? So we will make our entry point the bottom of this candle here. Can everyone see that? If we were to apply this method, our entry point will be the bottom of this candle here, okay? And we will look to sell, okay, at this candle here. So if we were to buy at the bottom of this candle, as soon as it hits the bottom of the band, we would sell here. Entry point, exit point. Whatever's in between, that's the profit you make. Don't get caught up on this one too much, whānau. We're not going to use this method. It's too bloody inconsistent and it's too hard. Okay, and we don't want you fellas losing any money. So this method is too risky. Okay, it's hard to tell. Even if it bounces, does it bounce all the way back to the top? No, it doesn't. As you can see from the graph, it doesn't. Okay, it bounces a little bit, bounces a little bit, bounces a little bit, and then goes up to it. We're not going to use this method. Okay, so don't worry too much about that. I'm just trying to let you guys know that there is this method that you can use once you apply the Bollinger Bands. But let's move on. Oh, how do I get rid of that? Oh, pulling out the eraser. Oh, eraser. There we go. Cool. Now, what we are going to use, whānau, is the Bollinger Squeeze method. Okay, this method is very effective, purely and simply because, okay, it's a huge indication on the chart. Okay, you can see it as clear as day. Okay, but the best thing about it, when we apply this method, guys, we're not going to, we don't want to make high profits from it. We want to make small profits on a consistent basis. So keep building that up and up. Sort of like compounding, you know, if you make 2% profit in one trade, okay, make 2% profit in another trade, now we have 4% more to trade with. And then we keep trading that up and up. So basically how this method works, whānau, as you can see, you've got our top band here, got our lower band here. Now look at these candlesticks, just squeezing tightly together, okay? Here is your squeeze. This is what we are looking for when we apply the Bollinger Bands to our charts. This little beauty here, it's called the Bollinger Squeeze. Now what that's telling us, guys, is as this is going along, okay, the market is about to become very volatile very quickly. it means it's going to either shoot up viciously or shoot down viciously. Now we can tell, okay, which way it's going to go. All right. So as we get to this area here, you can see this bullish candle. Can everyone see that? Yep. Now this bullish candle, if you come a bit closer to the screen, is burst outside that Bollinger Band, that upper band. It's broken outside that upper band. Okay? We have a bullish candle breaching the upper band. That's a good indicator that it's going to move up. But we're not going to buy there because we need to confirm this. Okay? This candle here is our confirmation candle. Okay? So our breach candle, okay, then our confirmation candle. Once we've seen this, okay, it's still sitting outside the upper band, okay, it's moving in an uptrend, and it's a bullish green candle. That tells us that this volatile push is going to move in an upwards direction, in an uptrend. Okay? These two indicators, bullish green candle, breaching the upper band, bullish green candle, still breaching the upper band, and an uptrend, is telling us that the next one, it's just going to be moving up in a vicious uptrend. Okay? So this candle here, whānau, if you can see that candle here, our confirmation candle, there's your buy point, or there's your entry point. That is where you will buy into a trade. That is where you will buy into this particular coin. Okay, up to you how much you want to purchase, up to you how much you want to spend. Now, the next part is very important, whānau. Now, although this is going to move up viciously in an uptrend, okay, we still run a risk, okay, of it obviously moving down. So it may push up viciously up to here, then it may drop down. All we know is between this candle and this candle, okay, and the next two, it's going to move upwards. So here's our entry point. Our exit point would be here. Okay, the reason why, whānau, we only want you guys to make between 1 to 5% on every trade. Okay, it's less riskier that way. Why won't we tell you guys to stay in this and ride the wave all the way up, okay, and sell up here and make hundreds and hundreds of dollars? Because this particular indicator only allows us to make a good decision between the first 5 to 6 candles, we don't know what's going to happen after that 6th candle. We can only determine or anticipate the movement of the chart within these first 6 candles. Okay? So in order for you guys to win and continuously win or continuously profit, okay, don't get greedy. Don't trade with emotion. Okay, take between 1 to 5%. Any profit's good profit. Doesn't matter if it's 1% profit that you make on that trade, ka pai. Okay, any profit's good profit. Now, when you guys start to get the hang of this, all right, you're going to be making between 5 to 10 trades a day. Okay, and that could be on every single exchange that you've got money in. Now, if you think of this, we'll go for 10 trades. Let's say you're making 10 trades on Bittrex, 10 trades on Poloniex, 10 trades on Binance. Okay, and all those 10 trades sold at 1% profit. That's 30% profit overall that you've put in your back pocket. What you do with that is that you take that percentage profit, okay, you put it back into the next trade. You continue building your Bitcoin stack within these exchanges, okay, eventually you're going to get to a significant amount, all right? And it's up to you guys what you want to do with your money from there forward. But what we want to teach you guys is how to identify when is a good trade. And the Bollinger Squeeze is one of the less riskiest indicators in the market, okay? Purely and simply because we can identify this pattern here, with the Bollinger Bands. Okay, we've got our breach candle, we've got our confirmation candle, we've got our buy point or our entry point. Okay, we know we're going to exit probably between 1 and 5%. Okay, we make our exit point up here, so we make 3% profit. All right, it may go up higher, it may go all the way, it may do like an 800% rise. Okay, so what? You don't know that. I don't know that. We can only determine what happens within these first 6 candles. Okay, is everyone cool with that? Cool. So the key thing, whānau, is not to be greedy when you trade, and don't trade with emotion. Okay, make sure you know what you're looking at. Make sure you can identify your breach candles and your confirmation candles. Okay, set your buys as soon as you can see that. All right, and sell it between 1 to 5%. All right, we'll show you guys on a live chart what it all looks like. Cool. Y'all ready for a look at the live chart now? Yeah, let's go have a look, eh? See what it looks like. Laugh. Cool. So I've already in my Bittrex account, so we're already looking at a live chart, whānau. Let's show you guys how to apply the Bollinger Band. So before we get into that, all right, green candle, bullish candle, red candle, bearish candle. Here's our downtrend. Everyone know what that means? Yep. Another downtrend. The whole thing is a downtrend because it's consistently all moving down. Okay, we've got a small uptrend here. Cowboy. Awesome. All right. 2 things we need to show you guys. Okay, before we get into how the Bollinger Band works. Okay, I need to show you guys the timeline. This is important when we're setting up. All right, when you come into Bittrex charts look like this, so it's very cool. Very simple. I find Bittrex one of the most easiest ones to view. Okay, because it's got the white background with the green candles and red candles. Right. So when you come into the charts for the first time, whānau, go to your timeline over here on the left hand side. Okay, got timeline there. Click down, and we want it to bring it to a 5-minute increment. And what does that mean? It means it's going to show you a candle for every 5 minutes. So in between every candle, whānau, it's 5 minutes difference. So let's say we start here. 5 minutes later, here's our second candle. 5 minutes later, here's our third candle. 5 minutes later, here's our fourth candle. 5 minutes later, here's our fifth candle. Why we need to do that? Because we need to consistently see, okay, when we apply the bands, where the candles are going. So let's set up our bands, eh? So what you want to do is this. I'll show you guys how to apply the bands for all exchanges, for all the exchanges we're using. Okay, this is just an example to get you guys to see what it all looks like. Okay, so in Bittrex, you'll go to Studies, click down. Now, what are we looking for, whānau? Starts with a B. What's the indicator we're looking for?
Bollinger Band.
That's the one. All right, so we found our Bollinger Bands here, so we're going to click that. All right, don't need to worry about that. Okay, so these are just color schemes of the Bollinger Band. Okay, now there's our top band, here's our lower band. We just want to make this one maybe a light yellow. Okay, that's our median. And when we create that, bam, here's our chart. Top band, lower band, and that's our median. All right, we've got our chart sitting at 5 minutes per candle. All right, now let's go and look for a squeeze. Okay, now majority of the time squeezes are quite easy to identify. Can you guys see a squeeze right now? Here's our squeeze. Okay, now this is a live chart, guys. Now this happened at 8:40 this morning. Okay, we had a squeeze for about 2 hours. So if you're a day trader, okay, and you're using the Bollinger Band method, the squeeze method in particular, okay, you would have seen the squeeze start to happen about here, 9 o'clock. Okay, and it's a really tight squeeze all the way. All right, let's go a little bit closer. All right. So as we said, guys, in our training just before, got our upper band, we've got our lower band. Okay. And if you can see clearly, these bands are starting to squeeze tightly together. Tight. All right. Cool. What is this, guys? What's this candle called? You can unmute yourself if you know the answer.
Bullish.
Yeah. But what is our candle called when we're looking at the squeeze method?
Uptrend.
It's our breach candle.
Breach candle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. So guys, as we said, we've got our squeeze. We know the chart's about to become very volatile and move in a vicious manner. Okay. So here's our first candle that we can identify that it's going to move upwards. It's our first breach candle. All right. But we won't buy into this trade just based on that, because we don't know if the next one's going to be a bearish candle and be moving downwards. Okay. But here's our first indicator using the squeeze method, our breach candle. We need confirmation. Where's this trend going next? Here is our confirmation candle. Okay. So now we know by viewing this particular candle here, our confirmation candle, that we have an uptrending, volatile, or vicious movement. Okay. So guys, all right, your entry point would be 11000. Okay, if you go across to the right, we have got the crosshairs in the black, okay, sitting under the green marker of numbers. We've got 1000. By viewing that particular candle, your entry point would be 1000. So what you would do, whānau, come down to here. You would apply, you want to buy, let's say you want to buy 12 XRP at that price. Okay, the current price would have been 1000. Was 11000. Cool. All right, and it would have told you the amount that 12 XRP will cost you in Bitcoin. Now that's your buy. You're in the trade. Okay, you're now in this trade at this point here. All right, so we now know we've got our breach candle here, our confirmation candle here. We've just bought into the trade at 11000. Sorry. Okay, we want to sell to make some profit. All right. So just as an indicator, guys, see this red line here? We can sell it at 11055, and that would have made us 55%. Well, I don't know what the actual mathematics is. Okay, but we don't want to make a large sell, or we don't want to sell at a high point. Okay, we only want to make a small percentage of profit. All right, so we would have bought at 11000. Okay, and we want to sell just a little bit higher than that. So let's say 11043. Okay, and whatever percentage profit that was, okay, that's whatever percentage profit you would have made back. All right? And that's basically how you trade the Bollinger Squeeze, whānau. Okay, let's go look for another one. Actually, let's change. Let's do a different coin. Let's go to SC. All right, so we're loading up the chart for SEA coin. Okay, it's going to look like this. We need to first change our timeline to 5-minute candles. Okay, so now the candles are 5 minutes apart. Choice. And we need to add our Bollinger Bands. Add there. Just change this to a light yellow, just a medium. Create the bands. Boom, there we go. All right, now we're going to go and look for another squeeze.
Yeah. You get squeezed right there.
Cool. So, yep, Joe, seen it? Okay, we've got a squeeze here, whānau, and it's squeezing quite tightly for a long period of time. Okay, don't be too worried about what the candles are looking like. All you're basically looking for is a squeeze between the bands. All right. Now, when we come into this trade, all right, we know that after the squeeze, a volatile movement is about to happen. We don't know which way it's going to go up or whether it's going to go down. So our first breach candle is this one. Okay, now the candle itself hasn't breached, but the wick, if you can see the wick has breached. See, a candle involves a candle itself and the wick. Okay, so if we're talking about a candle, we're talking about the candle and the wick. Now the wick has breached the band, the upper band. Cool. So we know that this could be a good trade. What we need to do now is confirm. All right. Our next candle has breached the band too as well. Okay. So there's our confirmation. Cool. Another bullish green candle has breached the band in an upper movement. All right. So whānau, at the top of that candle is our entry point. All right. 359 is our entry point, or our buy point. That's where we go and buy into this coin. Doesn't matter. It's up to you how much you want to buy. Okay, as long as you've got enough Bitcoin in there. All right. Now we're going. Once we bought into the coin, we're going to sell it as soon as we can. Okay, so we want to sell it at maybe 365. Okay, 365 or 362 or one of them. Okay, we want to sell it between 1 and 5%. All right, so 359. So if we wanted to sell it at 5%, that'll be 364. You'd want to sell it at. Now, guys, before you don't have to wait for the chart, okay, to show up the next candle before you sell. You can set the sell price before it even hits there. Right? Now, we'll talk more about that once we get into live trading, and we'll show you guys what a live trade looks like. This is a live chart. All we're trying to get you guys to, all I want you guys to look at or observe is what the squeeze does and how it works in the live chart itself. Okay. Now, you won't see any of this happening on a live chart. All you'll see is the squeeze. Okay. Once you see that candle pop up, you're like, yo, cool. We might have a trade here. All right. We wait for the confirmation candle to pop up. Bam, there's our confirmation candle. Yep, we're buying. We buy into this trade at the top of that candle, 359. We bought into the candle. Okay, we want to sell it for between 1 to 5%. Okay, we can sell it for 361 if we want to, and that's a 2% profit. Okay, that's what we're looking for, guys. So if we took you right to the end of this chart here, you can't see past here. Okay, so this means it's active. It's happening right now. Okay, just before 9 o'clock. There's our 9 o'clock. Okay, so there's no squeeze happening right here. So there's no potential of a trade in this chart right now. Right. Let's try and find another squeeze before we move on. Everyone okay? Not losing anyone here? Cool. As I said, whānau, this is recorded, so if you need to check it out later on, jump on and have a look. All right. Now, another cool thing, guys, is when we start to live trade, what that means is I will be jumping on live on a live Zoom session, okay, roughly about 8 o'clock, between 8 and 9 o'clock, okay. I'll be jumping into every single exchange. We'll be going through different coins, identifying squeezes that are happening right at that time. Okay, so basically you can mimic anything that I'm doing at the time. So when I'm on, you can jump on the exchange and like, okay, cool, we're going to do some live trading. And all I'm going to do is say, look, this is a good trade. Okay, jump in if you want to jump in, buy, and then sell it straight away. That's what we're going to be doing once everyone starts getting the idea of what we're doing, what's happening. Cool, so we've got another chart here. I'm going to go to 5 minutes there. We're going to open up our Bollinger Band study or chart indicator, change our median color, and create our chart. Boom, there Here we go. All right. Nothing happening there, so let's go and find the squeeze somewhere. All right. We've got a squeeze here, whānau. Look at that. Perfect example of a squeeze. And the vicious movement upwards. Cool. So here's our breach candle. Okay, the candle itself is not breaching, but the wick is. The wick's gone and breached the band. Here's our confirmation candle. All right, perfect buy point. 122104. All right, we want to sell it at 1221006 or 9. I think 5%. 5% is the max you want to sell it at. Okay, because we can't determine what happens after the 6 candles, guys. Okay, we want to play it safe. Make sure you guys aren't losing money. Make sure you're making money rather than losing it. Okay, 1 to 5% profit is all you need. Don't get greedy. I know this looks cool. All right, I know this chart looks awesome. All right, imagine that, eh? If you bought in here and decided to sell somewhere up here, that'll be money in the bank. That'll be a decent payday. Okay, but it's not always going to happen like that. All right, that's where greedy people get caught out. All right, somewhere along the line, it could bounce back, okay? Drop viciously. And this in between these 2 bands here during this movement, okay, after the squeeze, it can go anywhere. But what we do know is between the first 6 candles, okay, we can make a profit. Cool. Let's go find one more. It's a small squeeze, it's not a long one, okay, but as you can see, the bands are starting to come together. Squeeze there. Bullish green candle, red candle. This is a good example. Now we can't confirm off that red candle, can we? So we wouldn't get into this trade just yet, but it's still showing promise. And the reason why it's still showing promise, okay, is it's still moving upwards. So what we need to do is wait for another confirmation candle. Here's our confirmation candle here. Here's our buy. 1, 2, 2. Oh, Jesus. 122872. That's our entry point. Okay, we want to sell it between 1 and 5%. All right, we can sell it straight away. It'll be somewhere up here. Kawai. Any profit's good profit, whānau. Doesn't have to be 200, 300, 400, 500, 800%. Okay, 1 to 5 is safe. All right, at least you can almost, I wouldn't say guarantee, at least you can almost say, okay, you would win most of your trades that way. Okay, cool. All right, anyone got any questions? Guys, don't try and take too much in if you feel like it's going all over your head at the moment. Okay, if anything, okay, just try and understand what a chart looks like. So what I mean by that, understand your candlesticks, okay, your bullish green candles, your bearish red candles, understand your uptrends, okay, understand your downtrends, right, understand your entry points. Basically, that's the point where you buy into the coin, and your exit point is where you sell the coin. Okay, the Bollinger Bands, the upper band, the lower band, medium. You don't need to worry too much about that. Okay, the bounce method. Bounce, 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 bounce. It doesn't viciously stay outside the band. Okay, it stays within the band. It just bounces around in the band. We don't use that one. Okay, so you don't need to worry too much about it. Okay, and the Bollinger Squeeze method. Okay, if we go back to the other squeeze that we had, a really good one, this one. Perfect example of a squeeze. Okay, the bands are coming tightly together. We now know, okay, that very soon it's going to break off in a vicious volatile movement, whether it's going to be upwards, downwards. Okay, we can determine by the candles, okay, and where they breach the band. Cool. All right. Anyone got any questions so far? Oh, I bet you guys just go. Must be all good to go and start trading now. Cool. No worries, Fano. Hey guys, just before I move on, as I mentioned on the post, okay, we had some people take to this training and workshop quite quickly, okay, and they jumped on the chart straight away and gave it a go. And so far, they're doing very, very good. So I just want to get them to speak real quickly about their experience so far. They've only been trading 3 days, okay, and they've made profit every single day. Okay, so Kathy, you free? Yeah, you're always free.
Hey, so excited, guys. I tried I've been trying the Bollinger Squeeze since Rangi showed us Saturday, and yeah, I jumped straight into it. I put $50 worth of Bitcoin into Poloniex and $50 worth of Bitcoin into Binance now, Binance, and Binance now. And then anyway, I went through the coins and I found a couple that were like tightly squeezed, and so I applied the Bollinger Squeeze method. And on the first, I did 11 trades on the first day, which was straight after the presentation. And I actually made $130 worth of Bitcoin off those trades. And that was in Poloniex. In Binance, I made $75 worth of Bitcoin using that method. And that was just jumping from one screen to the other, which, you know, just looking at all the coins and looking for that Bollinger Squeeze. So I'm just so wrapped at the moment. Today, I've totaled $340 worth of New Zealand Bitcoin on Poloniex from using that same method. But what I found is that once you buy, jump out as soon as you get that, you know, that little rise. Just don't get greedy. Just go in on that entry point and then exit. It doesn't have to be a lot. I jumped out pretty much straight after because it rose, and then I took it out. I exited from that, and that saved me because straight after I had done that, it actually fell. It plummeted. And see, I would have lost my coins if I didn't pull out when I did. So that's the point, is just don't be greedy. But yeah, that's my story. So I hope you guys have fun with it, because I sure as hell am having fun with it, especially making Bitcoins. Thanks, Rangi.
Oh, Joyce, thank you, Kathy. So yeah, guys, the method does work. Just got to be careful, okay? Don't get greedy. Make sure you find these correct indicators. Make sure these candlesticks are doing what you need them to do before you make that buy-in, okay? And make sure you're selling between 1% to 5%. As she said, don't get greedy, because the candles can change just like that. All right, and we want you guys to continuously making profit rather than losing it, okay? But as you said, you don't need a lot to get started, guys. Just make sure you've got about $50 worth of Bitcoin in your accounts, okay? And go and give it a go when you're ready, okay? No pressure. Take your time, all right? Just go and make sure. Even if you just want to jump in there, register. First thing you got to do, register for those exchanges. Even if you jumped in and just had a look at the charts, all right? And just applied your bands, applied your timeline, okay, and just maybe identify where you could see a squeeze happening, okay, and just watch the chart. And when that chart starts to go up, you would have said, yep, cool, I could have bought in there, could have sold there. All right, that'll probably be the better thing to do if you're not that confident on going for it straight away. All right, but awesome, Kathy. I think that's like when she first told me about her first trades, I was so happy for her. Not the fact that she went, like she made profit purely and simply because she took it on board, okay, and she applied everything that was done in the workshop, okay, and it worked out, okay, because the method does work, okay, as long as you don't get too greedy and don't trade emotionally. Just find the right indicators to buy in and sell, okay, and you're going to make profit. Cool. But thanks, Kathy. I think that continue doing what you're doing. And Jesus, 300, how much? $300 in the last 3 days. It's $100 a day. Trading part-time. And the best thing about this, guys, is this is a skill you can take away, okay, and keep for yourself. And do it whenever you want, okay, whenever you want, okay. You can be on holiday in the Bahamas or whatever, and if you feel like you want to jump in the charts and do some trading, you can do it from the Bahamas. All right, you don't need anyone to tell you what to do. All right, it's your own skill, okay, something that you've learnt and you can apply to your charts, to your to these exchanges at any time. Cool. I just got a question from John. If you set a sell point at 2% and it drops, does your investment wait till it does reach 2%, or is it run on time? No. So the way the market works, John, so let's say you bought it at a certain price, right? Okay, and yes, let's say you decided to set your sell price at 2%, but it went up 1% and dropped. Now, you're exactly right, because it will not sell until it reaches that 2% increase that you applied the first time. Now, guys, you never lose in cryptocurrency trading unless you sell at a loss. Okay? Let me talk about that a bit. So, let's say you bought here, okay, but our next candle dropped. All right? You will never lose, okay? You're never at a loss unless you sell below this point. Okay? Now, it's up to you whether or not you want to hold that until it comes up or whether you want to sell, get rid of it. Okay, but you're never at a loss unless you sell at a lower point. So let's say it drops here. Okay, next candle drops there. And you're like freaking out. Oh, no, oh, shit, oh, no, oh, shit. Okay, you'll never lose any money here because you haven't sold. All right, now the value of the coin at that stage would have diminished. Okay, but you're not at a loss unless you sell. So let's say it continues to go down, okay, and for the last 6 hours, it's just been down, all right? And you're still sitting with your coins up here like, oh no, maybe I should have sold when it was here. Okay, I'm freaking out now, gonna lose heaps of money if I sell now. Okay, let's say the next day, okay, 12 hours later, it shoots up here. You jump back in the chart, you're like, oh no, yes, I can sell, okay? Then you make your sell. So you're never at a loss, guys, unless you sell below your entry point. Now, it's a risk, though, because the chart may never rise back up above it. Okay? That's what I say, guys. This is not a guaranteed thing, okay? We're just trying to anticipate the movement of the charts, all right? We're trying to use the best method possible, which is the squeeze method, okay, and using a 1 to 5% profit take. All right. If you stay within those parameters, okay, 9 times out of 10, you'll be profiting. 9 times out of 10. But it's not a guarantee, guys. Just want to say that clearly. Okay? Choice. Now, as I said, you will not at a loss unless you sell below your entry point. Because you never know, 10 days later, okay, that coin could shoot back up. You just never know. And that's the thing about cryptocurrency. You can make a shitload of money because it's so volatile, and you can lose a lot of money because it's so volatile. Okay. To stay within what you know, okay, stick to the methods. All right. Kathy's a brand new traders who've been trading for 3 days straight using the method. Okay, $100 a day. Damn, that's pretty good. Okay. Now you all can do it. Everyone can do it. Okay. Just take your time. Learn to know the chart first. Maybe jump on the chart and try and identify some squeezes within the chart yourself. Okay, get familiar with it. If you're confident, go for it. If not, take your time. I would, Anita, just not tonight. We're running tight for time, and I don't want to keep people on for too long. What I'll do, though, is I'll jump on tomorrow. I'll do some tutorials, okay? How to set the Bollinger Bands up in all the exchanges. How's that sound? Is that okay? So I'll set up some tutorials, and I'll show you guys how to set the Bollinger Bands up for Binance and for Poloniex, and also for Bittrex. Okay. Sorry about that, Nita. Just got a couple more things to get through, and then I've got to close it off. Cool. Thanks, guys. So we'll just close this off. We'll jump back into our PowerPoint here. Cool. Just a few last minute announcements. Cool. So new direction, more positive, and you're in control. So guys, as you know, okay, TechBars is moving in a different direction from what we initially wanted to be. Okay, and if you had a chance to review my live video on the TechBars playbook page, guys, go and look at it. It basically lets you guys know what has happened over the last few weeks, what we've been going through, and where we believe our efforts, our time, and our direction is better placed. And the good thing about our new direction, guys, is that you guys are all in control of it. You're in control of how this direction moves for yourselves. Okay, and one of the first things we applied to that was trading. Okay, this trading session or this workshop is one of the new directions that we want to take in regards to the TechBars in regards to TechBars. Okay, so you're in control because you control how you want to, what you want to trade with, how much, when you want to trade, and things like that. All we're going to do is be providing you guys the methods, the indicators, alerts, the live trading sessions with myself. Okay, on a weekly basis. Now that'll be possibly be 3 days a week. Okay, something like that. So I'll be jumping on about 8 o'clock, 3 days a week, and you guys can just mimic. We'll just go through the charts, and I'll just spot out maybe a squeeze, and I'll say, look, this looks like a good trade, jump in. Okay, you don't have to, okay, but it's up to you. All right. The other things we're looking into, guys, we want to show you guys how to set up your own portfolios. What that means is when you buy coins, okay, particular coins based on the research, based on the business plan, based on their timelines, based on the team behind it, these are the sort of coins that you want to hold for a long time. Now, I mean between 6 and 24 months, okay, because these coins have the potential to turn over large profits within a time period. Okay, now they're like shares. Okay, if you think of them like shares, so if you buy so many shares, let's say you buy shares of Facebook, shares of Google, shares of McDonald's, shares of KFC, okay, and you sit them in this little portfolio in which you can monitor on a daily basis. That is basically what we're going to help you guys set up within cryptocurrency. That's another form of direction that we want to take. But guess what? Again, you guys control it. You control it. Okay, because it's going to be sitting in your own wallets, in your own portfolios. Right? And the last thing we're going to look into is ICOs. Okay, ICOs are basically initial coin offerings. Let's say a new startup company wants to fundraise using cryptocurrency. That's what they call an ICO. Basically, they're asking for people to buy into their business by purchasing shares before the company's even launched. Okay, now they come up with a brilliant idea, okay, and they distribute so many amounts of coins or tokens out to the world, all right, and if you buy some, okay, as soon as they launch the company, sometimes those things turn over hundreds and hundreds of percentage in profits. So let's say you bought a coin at 1 cent, because that's what they are offering it to you for, okay, and it becomes it turns into $1, and it turns into $1 as soon as the company launches, okay, that's a huge profit, depending on how much you purchase. So we're going to get you guys, we're going to show you guys what that's all about and get you guys into that as well. Now, again, you're in control of that. It's up to you if you want to buy in. You don't have to, okay? These are just ways in which, ever since I started cryptocurrency, it's everything that I've been involved in. It's the way that I've been building my income, and I'm just wanting to share it with you guys because I think it's the best method, purely and simply because you're in control. Okay, you're not handing money over to a third party, okay, and letting them do it for you. You're in control of all this. Cool. Second thing, BTCA and USI Tech. Now, guys, just an understanding, because we're moved in this direction, okay, and I've said it all on the live news feed, we're no longer, okay, pursuing the opportunity within BTCA, purely and simply because it's time consuming. They're consistently changing things in the back office with maintenance and stuff like that, okay, and it's not feasible for our goals, okay, for 2018, and I'm sure you guys would agree that you guys want to make some money this year. Hell yeah, I do. Okay, so the best way that I know we can make some money is basically what I showed you tonight. Okay, I know I've been doing it, okay, for a few months now, and you know, as you can see, it works. Okay, with Kathy's experience. Now, guys, heads up on USI Tech. Okay, if you've got packages in USI Tech, apply. USI Tech is still a great platform. However, they've slowed down their withdrawing system. What that means, guys, is before they pulled out of Canada and USA, all right, you were able to withdraw your money within 24 hours on that system. Some people are waiting 7 to 10 days. Okay, now that's not good for them, and it's not good for us, especially when we need some food tier. All right, especially if we want to start trading ourselves and all our money's tied up in USI Tech if you've already bought packages and stuff like that. All right, so we don't want to be waiting around 10 days and we miss 20,000 squeezes. You know what I mean? So guys, just be wary of that, okay, with USI Tech. I'm not personally, I'm still got packages, but I'm taking my time with USI Tech. Okay, I'm not going to put a lot of time into that at the moment because I think my time is better used for this sort of stuff. Okay, so you guys can actually learn the skills. This is like teaching you guys how to fish. You can learn the skill and you can apply it whenever you need to. All right, so just be aware with those two particular opportunities. They are a part of the playbook, and we understand that. If you wish to continue with BTCA, that's fine. We're not building BTCA as a collective anymore. You can just pass your referral codes out to your whānau and friends and build it that way. Okay, same with USI Tech. Is that okay with everyone? Can't fight choice. Cool. All right, and closure, guys. Now, we're going to be migrating all our stuff over to a new group page. It's called Tech Buzz Trading. And I'll send the link, I'll put the link up on the page if you guys want to join that one. Basically on that page, guys, on that page, okay? Now, myself and Kathy, and as you guys start to get involved in trading and stuff like that, now, me and Kathy, sometimes we send each other in the alerts, okay? So just to say, look, Kathy, look, you know, see a coin squeezing on Bittrex right now. And then she can jump into the chart and see if it's squeezing, and she can make a trade. We're going to be doing that on this new group page as well. So once you guys start to learn how to trade, okay, and you're in the markets, you can be like, oh, yep, there's a squeeze. I can see it clear as day. I'm going to tell the team, jump in the Facebook page, squeeze on blah, blah, blah. Okay, and then the team can jump in on the trade as well and make some money. So we're all kind of still helping each other that way. All right? But also this is going to implement the ICOs and also everything to do with the portfolio. Cool. And also, guys, there's a huge opportunity that I've been looking into, and eventually I'll share it with you guys at some stage. I'm just running a few tests on it at the moment, okay, but it's looking really good, okay? But the first thing I need you guys to do is learn the trading, learn the charts, observe the charts, okay? Get familiar with that, because that skill can never be taken away from you. Okay, cool. Hope everyone enjoyed the workshop. That's it. Okay, that's us for tonight. I'll do those tutorials tomorrow, Anita, when I get back from work, and I'll jump on and do those tutorials. I'll chuck this recording up and our new trading page. All right, so I'll put that link up onto the Tech Buzz Playbook page, guys. Jump in that trading page. Okay, and everything to do with what we're doing in our new direction will be placed on that page from now on. Choice, and we'll just jump backwards and forth when we need to. Okay, you guys
Thanks, Rangi.
enjoy that.
Yes, Matthew, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Hi guys,
Thank you, Rangi.
no worries. Keep an ear out for the next session, eh? I think the next session will just be
Okay.
continuing going over everything and making sure you guys are familiar with it.
Thanks, RJ.
Oh, welcome. If
No,
you're
no,
com-
no, no, to the Muko and Brit.
I will. I'll let them know. If you're confident,
All right, nephew. Yeah.
give it a go. Give it a go, Whānau. All right. Have a good night.
Thanks,
Thank you.
All right.
Kia ora.
Good night.